there, and welcome to my channel. I'm Crafty Kathy, and I'm so happy and thankful that you stopped in to craft and spend a little time with me today. We're going to do some solar light hacks and DIYs. I'm also going to be announcing the second winner of the IOD transfer. So let's get into the video. I'm going to start off using this planter trolley. I'm really happy to have found this at Dollar Tree. And it's got little wheels on it where you can move it back and forth. I'm so glad they came out with these. And I'm also going to use one of these big bell cloches. Also keep in mind that you don't have to use all Dollar Tree materials. I just tried to use the most Dollar Tree materials that I could in this video so that they would be very easy for everybody to get a hold of, and they're cheap and they're just so accessible. Now we're going to take this top piece off. This is where I decided to use this light. This one is not solar powered, but I am going to use other solar powered ones in this DIY. However, I'm going to give you some different options. You don't have to use this one. There's other kinds that you can use. I'll show you those in just a second. But we got to get this top piece off. I realized that it didn't come out of there. So my best bet was to just grab my X-Acto knife, or you can use like a hot knife. That would cut it even faster. I used that little black thing on the top as a guide so I would kind of know where to cut so I wouldn't butcher it so bad. You see it already has 2 holes in it. So what I did was just spin it around to the part that didn't have the holes. And like I said, just use the outer rim of that black piece so I would know where to cut, and it popped right off. As you can probably tell, that hole is too small to just like pop that light bulb down in there. So what I did was just unscrew it, and you see the little lights still are attached. I just set that part on the top, and then I flipped that cloche around, and then I just put the lights right back down in the bulb and screwed it right back on there, and it was so super easy. And if you really want to jazz it up, I found some string lights on Amazon where you get 20 string lights for just $9.99. And I do have those in my Amazon store, and I'll leave them down below so that they'll be easy to find. That's only 50 cents per string light, and I have never found them cheaper anywhere. And if you want to put a little glue on the top to hold your light still, use that fix-all glue from Dollar Tree or something like that. Just remember, you cannot use hot glue outside, because when it gets hot, it's just going to melt, and all your hard work is just going to go down the drain. So here comes the fun part, and it comes together really easy. We're going to take this plant trolley that I'm sitting here playing with, and the first thing that I'm going to grab is the solar light that's called the stair stepper. Now, these things can be hung up. You see the little holes on the back. They come with screws. You can hang them up. But what I'm going to do is just place mine at the front of my little plant trolley, or what I'm calling the front. And because I don't want to use hot glue, but I do want this to stick in place, I'm going to use this super glue foam mounting tape, and I get this at Dollar Tree. This tape says that it's permanent, and it has an amazing stick because I use it all the time. All you're going to do is just take, it's little like squares, and you pop it off and stick it wherever you want it, pull off the tape side, and then I'm just going to put my light down there. All I really want is to make sure that this light is not going to go shimmying around whenever I put all my pieces in there. And this little gnome in this swing is so adorable. He came from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to set him in there. I also grabbed one of these little gnome houses from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to set that in there. You can make whatever type of scenery in this you want. This is a little fairy girl, and I'm going to stand her up there. I just wanted it to look like a little magical fairy village. And I'm going to use this light. This is a light that you just flip off and on its battery, but this one is solar. I just want to give you guys all the options so you can make the decision on whichever one you like. I'm also going to use some of these little moss stones, and of course those came from Dollar Tree also. And I am going to grab some of these little deer that I got from Temu. This whole bag was like $1. I just picked out a couple of the smaller ones. And I actually wanted the gnomes to have a swimming pool, y'all. You know those little magic beads that you can get and add water to them, and they're really tiny, and then they absorb the water and they get big. Well, I made some of those, and I was going to put them in like a little bowl. That's why I have that little white incense warmer up in the upper right corner. And then I thought this looked more like a little swimming pool. But when I set it down in there, it looked like it was just too much. You know what I'm saying? So I came up with a different option. Let's put the deer in there, and instead of putting the swimming pool in there, we're just going to have the whole thing have these little magic beads in there because, hey, it's a magic fairyland, and that's how I want it. You just put it however you want. I'm just trying to give you some inspiration on different things that you could put in here. If you wanted to put all moss, you could do that. Or if you like the idea of the magic beads, I got a huge jug of these things at the Discovery outlet for just $2.99. And these reflect the light really pretty. So when the light shines on these, it's going to be gorgeous. I also grabbed some of these little foam mushrooms that I picked up at the Dollar Tree, and they have wire on them. I just cut the wire off of these, and I did put a dab of hot glue on the bottom of these so that I could stick them to the rock, but I just did that for the video purposes so that you could get the idea. But if you are going to do this and you want to put it outside, I would feel safer by just putting like a little dab of the super glue, the fix-all adhesive from Dollar Tree. I don't think that one little dab of hot glue is going to mess anything up. But then again, I don't want to take any chances because this is so cute. But you just put everything the way that you want it to go. And once I got all my mushrooms down, I cracked open the little light that had the butterfly on there. It was on a string. I cut that off because I didn't want that on there. I just wanted the butterfly. And I'm going to stick it right up at the top of my little mushroom. And I want to show you this option too, that you can also use this little round solar light in place of the light bulb in case you can't find one. And that's my first DIY. Here it is outside around 9 o'clock at night, so it was already dark. I do have a porch light on in the vicinity, but you can see how bright this is. It's really nice. And then the next picture that I'm going to show you is inside my craft studio in the dark. And look how beautiful and bright this turned out. Those stair stepper lights are very bright and very nice. Now let's go to the next one. This one is really easy and fast, as most of these are. And I just grabbed this piece of wood in the Crafter Square section at Dollar Tree. I took it outside and I spray painted it black. We're going to make an address sign for my mom. I'm just going to use these numbers that I got from Temu, but keep in mind that Dollar Tree has numbers that you can use. They're stickers, so just make sure you put like some Mod Podge or seal them if you're going to put them outside. So all I needed was 3 little numbers off of here, and I found it easiest just to cut the numbers off that I needed. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up, that's the like button, and subscribe, and turn your little bell notifications on so you never miss my videos. And it always helps a creator's channel if you will comment, even if it's just an emoji, and I appreciate you so much. And I'm happy to report in the last few videos I've been telling everybody to make sure you're subscribed if you think you are, and our videos went from 50% of the people being subscribed to 70%. That is a huge difference. So what that means is 20% of the people watching my videos that thought they were subscribed had been unsubscribed by YouTube. Crazy, huh? So here I just have these little stickers. I purchased these from Temu also. They come in small, medium, and large. I want to say they were under $1. I get so many things from Temu, I can't keep up with the prices. But I picked the smallest butterfly. They're really, really pretty stickers. And I just stuck one on there, the smallest one. And I had to cut a little piece of his wing off because it was hanging over. I'm going to seal this with Mod Podge before I give it to my mom because it will be outside. But all I did was take one of these stair stepper, the little stair things, and put 2 screws in the wall and place them on it inside my craft studio so that you could get the idea of what I was going for. And look how bright this is. I absolutely love these ones that goes on the stairs. Just imagine the ways you can use them, and don't think inside the box that they have to be for the stairs. What I do is look at the solar light and say, what could I do with this piece, and act like I have no idea what it's actually for. The next one is going to be equally as fast and easy. You just grab up your favorite summer wreath, or you can make one if you want. This is one that I had purchased from, yes, Temu last year. And I added the little ribbons and bows on it. And I added the little honey dippers because it was bee themed. And then the little bee at the top of the screen here. Now, I painted him in a previous DIY. I got him at Hobby Lobby. And I think I paid about $1 for it. The little flowers that's on here, the little white flowers, are from Dollar Tree, and I just glued them on. Now, the first thing I got to do is put my bee back on here because I did put him on with hot glue, and guess what? He fell off because it's hot here in Tennessee. So what I'm going to do is just grab this floral wire. I like this kind that I get from Hobby Lobby. It's like a bread tie, honestly, and you probably could just use a bread tie for the same thing. And this is a little bit out of frame, but what I did was just flip the bee over, and I took a piece of that mounting tape that I showed you earlier. It's from Dollar Tree. It says it's for indoor and outdoor use, and it says it's permanent. And all I did was tape that floral wire down to the back of my bee, going up and down so that we can just tie him right onto this wreath. This is the mounting tape that I used, and it's from Dollar Tree. See, it says it's permanent, indoor and outdoor. We shall see how good it lasts outside because this is going on my pool gate. So after I got my floral wire taped down, I just laid the bee where I wanted him to go, flipped it over, and did it like a bread tie. Just tied it up there. And I hate to keep harping on this over and over, but if you think you're subscribed to my channel, just please double check, because when the numbers come out, it's about 800 people that thought they were subscribed to my channel that weren't, because it's 20% of 40,000 people. That's a lot, guys. Now, I promise I'll quit blabbing about that. The next thing that I did was grab this welcome sign that I get from Hobby Lobby. It's nice thick wood. I always get it when it's half off, and it's normally $3.99, so I only paid $2 for it. That's a great deal for this nice piece of wood. And I'm just taking some of that mounting tape, and I'm going to place it on the back of my wreath. And the way you use it is you just cut off how much you need, place it down, and then that yellow tape on the top, you pull it off, and you're going to have a nice permanent stick. What I plan to do here is use the solar lights so that the light will be shining down through onto that area that says welcome. So even at nighttime, you can see this on my pool gate. And even cars going by can see it and that type thing. Now, what I did for video purposes, I am going to use that mounting tape, but I just took masking tape and wrapped it around the top of them and taped those to the wreath also so that it would be nice and secure. And then I took another piece and went crossways there so that they wouldn't go anywhere. The only thing that you need to keep in mind when you're hanging this wreath is you've got to hang it out far enough so that those lights can have room to breathe. So I used one of those hangers that I get from Dollar Tree and actually kind of bent it outward. And here we are at about 9 o'clock at night outside my pool gate. My light from my phone came on, but it was actually a good thing so that you could kind of see from that angle. And then here it is on my front door hanging, so you can see it's just a nice light glow to welcome all the people coming over to my house. And I'm going to invite all you guys over if I ever get this crazy swimming pool straightened out. Guys, we are still working to get it cleared up, but we're almost there. Now the next DIY is really simple and easy. I didn't get this piece at the Dollar Tree. I found it on clearance at Dollar General. It was half off, so I only paid $2.50 for it. It's a photo frame, and you can slide your picture in the middle, and as you see, it has these beautiful flowers around your picture. So this is really pretty. And the first thing that came to my mind when I saw this picture frame was this would be a gorgeous memorial piece. So basically what we're going to do is place our picture inside of it, and we're going to illuminate that picture for a memory of someone that we've lost. I really enjoy the light glow that these solar lights give, and I'm just going to use some mounting tape. I'm going to place this old vintage picture of one of my cousins down in there, and it basically just slides down, and then you flip the little tabs over. And what I did was grab one of my solar light tops. I want to show you some more options. You can use this square one. It would be really nice on the top. Or you can even use this smaller one and place something in front of it so that it can shine upward onto your picture. However, the one that I chose was this smaller round one because, well, it's smaller and I thought that it just seemed nicer. And what I'm going to do for video purposes is just put a piece of this mounting tape down. But do make sure, if you do this, that the little light part is still hanging over the top piece of that photo so that it will shine down exactly where you want it to. And this turned out really pretty, and it gave a nice little glow to memorialize my cousin that's been gone a zillion years. It's terrible, isn't it? I promise I didn't mean it to sound that cold and harsh. It was just coming out that way. All I know about this lady is that she was on my grandmother's side, and my grandmother's people were Welsh. I found some papers in an old chest, or I would have never known. And my grandfather's people are Cherokee. They didn't take many pictures back in the day because they actually thought it would steal your soul. Now we're on to the next one. This is another piece that I picked up at Dollar General this weekend when they had the huge 50% off sale, so it was just $1.50. I'm going to use this outside on my pool gate again. Every single year I buy some of these so we can hang our towels up out there so that they can dry. Now, just to spiff it up a little bit, I'm going to put one of these anchors on there. I'm going to choose this smaller one. Both of these are from Dollar Tree. And you know all this stuff is out right now because it's summertime and it's nautical themed. So I just used the mounting tape to put my little anchor on there. And I'm going to see how well this stair light holds up on this piece of wood. I left the wood raw because that way I felt that it would hold on just a little bit better if I did. So I just cut off 2 pieces of that permanent indoor mounting tape. And like I said, we'll see how it holds up. You have to flip the light over to on. That way it's going to catch all that beautiful sunshine and shine really bright at night. You pull off the tape and voila, pop it right on there. Once again, here we are at 9 o'clock outside the pool gate. And I actually didn't have any towels with me outside because nobody's swimming yet. So I just grabbed the apron that I had on. Please don't think I'm nuts because you know I am anyway. And I stuck it on there just for the effect so you could see where I was going with this. And while we were standing out here, I wanted to show you the different solar lights so you could see for yourself how bright they are. Now, it had rained this day, and so they didn't get a lot of sun. It was overcast. You guys know we had a tornado come through here last week that knocked my power off for a few days, and it's just been overcast and ugly the last few days. And I did want to share another hack with y'all. If you have a solar light that looks like this and it's just awful looking, I saw a guy spray lacquer. You can get lacquer in a spray can from Walmart, and you don't even have to rub it off. You just spray it on top of your solar light, and it brings it back to life again. The next one is a very, very simple, quick, and easy one. There is absolutely no skill required in 99.9% of these DIYs. This is the Flamingo from the Dollar Tree, and these are supposedly his legs. So we're going to pop them right up in that little sucker so that he can stand up and do his little thing outside. And all I did to create this DIY is use the end of my hot gun to make a hole. It wasn't actually big enough, so what I did was just use my little X-Acto knife to make it a little bit bigger. And what I'm going to do is take one of these solar lights and stick only the light part down inside that little hole so it will illuminate him at nighttime and he can shine for all the Flamingo ladies to see how gorgeous he is. Now make sure when you put this on to use some of that fix-all glue and not hot glue. And this was around 6 o'clock in my craft room before it was totally dark.
She thinks I'm a little lazy. I think she's a little crazy. We like summer and we like spring, watching wrestling in the ring. She ain't shy, she speaks her mind, tough as nails and smooth as wine. We burn hot as kerosene.
When I was at Dollar Tree, I came across this gorgeous vase, and this was where the nautical stuff is and summer stuff. They had different tones, but I liked this clear one. As you can see, they're like iridescent, and they make the most beautiful colors when you turn them around. It reminds me of the inside of a clamshell. So here we have some more stickers that I got off of Temu. They are just vintage stickers, and honestly, they were probably $1 or $2. They weren't much. So I'm just going to grab one of these and put it on the front just for a little added effect. I think it looks really pretty on there. And this is going to look really nice on a table outside illuminated. I'm going to use some of these acrylic gems, or you can use some of those beads if you want to. And we're going to grab one of those round solar light tops. It fits down on here like a glove. And look how bright and beautiful this is. You would not believe how much of a difference it makes when you use these gems from the Dollar Tree in a vase with one of these solar lights. It refracts that light and it just makes it so much more vivid and so much more brighter. I'm actually going to show you what I'm talking about in our next DIY. So for the next one, what I did was I just grabbed one of these salt and pepper shakers from the Dollar Tree again. I'm going to take the tops off of them, and I'm going to fill these up with those acrylic gems. Now, these are the ones that I use. You can probably use any color. I just like to use the clear ones because I think they make these really bright. Before we go any further, I'm just going to grab one of the little round solar lights and set it on top of each of these salt and pepper shakers so you can see the difference with your own eyes. Now here's the difference, and I think the one on the right is so much more brighter than the other, especially in the dark. Now we're going to get back with our DIY. You can use one of these glass bowls. They come in a pack of 4. Or you can use these that come in a pack of 6, and they're plastic. Both are from Dollar Tree. And when it's all said and done, I actually liked the plastic one better for this DIY. And we're just going to use a couple of the tops of our round solar lights. You can use the Dollar Tree Fix All adhesive because it would be great to get these stuck. You're going to put it on the top of your salt and pepper shakers and on the very inside part of your bowl. And you can use it just as it is for a little table lamp, or you can get a little bit more creative, and I was going to show you what I did with mine. I grabbed some acrylic paint and I only painted the bottom part of this bowl, or the top part, however you look at it. I left the very bottom portion of it clear because we're going to have to let the light get through. Now, in my mind, I was thinking just a little bit of color will do. But when it's all said and done, I wish that I would have painted this even brighter and made it more opaque. I don't know what I was thinking. So I grabbed some of that Dragonfly glaze. I have this on hand at all times. It's a folk art product. I think they sell it at Walmart. And I just put a little bit of a paint on a paintbrush. I go around and I make little dots on my yellow bowl to resemble a mushroom. And I really didn't like that look because when the Dragonfly glaze dried, it wasn't that noticeable. And on the one with the glass top, I grabbed some of that new DIY cottage color paint. You don't have to seal these. It's just one step. This is the color called Haint Blue. If you want to try some of this, all you need to do is go to Miss Lori at www.miltonsdaughter.com and she will hook you up. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I personally like the other paint much better than I do this one-step paint. This one's okay, but I'm just a DIY gal and I like the old formula much better. So I just gave it one coat of the Haint Blue, and then I got smart and grabbed some beadboard, which is my favorite off-white color from DIY paint. And we are going to use it to make the little dots on our mushroom, because remember I told you that Dragonfly glaze just wasn't doing it for me. And then I finally got smart and grabbed my little dauber, or whatever you call these things, and I just daubed the circles on there. It looked so much better, and you could actually tell that I was trying to make a mushroom when it was all said and done. Now, mine turned out so light. Like I said, I wish I would have just painted them more opaque. I don't know why I was thinking you needed to see through the side part, but they still turned out cute, and they're really nice to stick out on a table and just enjoy your summer evening. Now, the last one is one of my favorite hacks to use with these solar lights. You just grab any candlestick. These all three are from Dollar Tree, and you can see what they look like when you place the different tops on them. You just pull that little bottom part off and just pop them right down into the tops of your candlesticks. And guys, if you stuck with me through this whole video, I just want to thank you so much for stopping by and spending a little time with me and being creative with some solar light hacks. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on your bell notifications and give me a comment. And I know it's been a minute since my last video, but we did an IOD transfer giveaway. And this one is going to go to Miss Donna S. 1389. Donna, I'll leave my email down below. Just get in touch with me and I'll send it right out to you, hun. Every Monday and Thursday, my videos are at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and I want to share with you just a little bit of my week. The first thing that I'm going to show you here is my gorgeous son. He just became a bona fide electrician like his daddy, and he graduated, and I am so happy for him. This is me and my husband. He's an electrician too, and we're just grinning ear to ear because we couldn't be more proud of the man that our son has became. And then I hate to even announce this part, but last week a fox got a hold of one of my deer chickens. It's the one that's there on the left, the fat one, Minnie Pearl. She was my sweetheart and my baby. And it got emo too. It just came out of nowhere. And I've had this flock since 2017. So I've had these girls for a really long time. I've got them, you know, since they were from the egg, and I've raised them in a way that they're pets. They're not, you know, just chickens. They are my pets. They let you walk up to them and pet them. There's not many chickens that do that. It just breaks my heart, and I miss my sweet baby. People don't think that chickens have personalities, but they really do, and they grow on you. And I wanted to show you, you know, we had the storms come through. Across the road here, you can see the huge tree, what's left of it, because they've cut it up. It fell on the power lines, and we didn't have power for a few days. And that's when the tornado touched through. It knocked down 3 trees. We live up on a hill, and there's a huge like open field behind us, so we get really bad lightning. Our storms are always bad here, and there was a storm coming this night. I was going to show you how strange the clouds looked. They just looked really odd, and look the way that they're going down in a motion, as though it was just like a slow moving cloud, and it was going downward. It looked like a tornado. It's so weird. And this was a day or two after the bad storms, but we've been having them all week, off and on. So I'm honestly amazed that I was actually able to do this solar light video, because we didn't have much light the last few days. It was so overcast, so dark, and it just looked awful. Here's the pool, and the progress on this thing is we can actually see the shallow end, and we can see all but like 1 foot of the deep end. So we're still working on it, guys. I promise you that we're all going to get together and just have a big old crafting party one day. Also, next week, I'm not really sure how I'm going to do my videos. I'm going on vacation, so I will be gone for a week. And so I want to ask you guys to just pray for safe travels. And I love you guys, and I will be seeing you back here real soon, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise.
Hey there, everybody. It's me, Cousin Bobby Joe. I know that a lot of y'all have been asking about me because I'm a star, and have been asking Kathy where I've been. Well, did you hear about that big old storm that come through last week? It picked me and my house up and twirled us up in the air. I live in a 1978 RV, and it's a very small one at that. But when it rains really bad and it floods us here in the holler, we like to say that we are on the ocean front or on like creek front property, because it's just fun to sometimes pretend that you're out of these hills of Tennessee. But anyways, and what about Kathy going on vacation? Boy, she thinks she's all highfalutin and gotta get out of the holler, but you know what? We was born and raised here in this holler. There ain't nothing wrong with us country folk. Just 'cause we like to eat possum and Vienna weenies, what's wrong with that? You know? But anyways, I just wanted to touch base with you and let you all know what I've been up to lately. I plan to go to Hollywood soon. I'm still waiting on my big break. But until then, I'll just stay right here in this holler. I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Did you know that if you're on a cell phone or an iPad, that you can touch my face right here on the right and subscribe to my channel? You sure can. Also, you can click on this other video and it will take you right there when this one's finished. I love you guys. God bless you and your families.